Welcome to our Facebook Live.
Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram Live.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. We are live on fucking everything. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to This Week in Coaching.
So you didn't miss us yesterday.
Yeah!
We are just
sorry, really hot.
we are just a day late getting to This Week in Coaching, but that's okay. I think that we have tons of great information to share with you all. So welcome to our segment, This Week in Coaching, where we go over not everything that we discussed with our clients last week, some of the main sticking points our clients were experiencing last week, and we dive a little deeper so that you guys can benefit from what has been going on in our clients' lives.
Yep, 100%.
All right.
So this week in coaching, we are going to tackle kind of three main subjects. One of them is, as always, those super busy schedules, especially with summer coming up. Another one's going to be our routines, the routines that we create for ourselves, habits, routines, beautiful things. And the third one is going to be the most terrifying thing for every single person.
Eating more to lose weight.
I shouldn't say for every single person, but what I will say is, and I hate to say this, most women, you beautiful humans, tend to undereat, especially when you want to lose weight, because everything you've ever heard about losing weight includes eating less food.
Well, the old adage is eat less, weigh less, eat less food to lose weight, which
there is some
purpose to this.
There's validity behind it.
The law of thermodynamics, doesn't go away. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Now, there is some caveats to this. Most people are in too deep of a calorie deficit, so their metabolism has downregulated to this new depth of calorie deficit, so therefore they're not able to see the weight loss. They've lost their hunger cues. There's lots of things that kind of are our main, I'm going to call them indicators, that tell us that their metabolism has downregulated and that it's not working optimally for them. So that's one of the big things, is getting the metabolism working for you. So if you have no hunger cues, if you are perpetually cold, or lethargic, you don't sleep very well, these are all really big signs that your metabolism might be a little bit in the gutter, in the sense of it's not working for you, it's working against you.
So what Kayla's saying here is that if you have been eating in a calorie deficit for so long that your body is just used to these lowered amount of calories, then our metabolism downregulates. We start to lose some of the auxiliary functions, so to speak, from your body. So again, like your ability to keep warm, your ability to even freaking shiver when you are in such a calorie deficit when you're cold, kind of goes out the window. Any involuntary movements, they start to slow down. So this is that down regulation of our metabolism. This is where digestion takes longer. This is where the foods that we do eat, because we've been in that calorie deficit for so long, gets stored automatically. So this is the biggest factor that we are fighting when we are telling people, hey, we want to help you lose this weight, but you've been eating 900 calories for the last 6 years. Okay, it hasn't worked to this point, so dropping our calories even lower isn't going to work either. What we actually have to do is refeed you. So we have to start getting you to eat more calories and more healthy calories.
We like to preach whole foods first, because whole foods generally are really, really difficult to overconsume. They also tend to be more satiating. They have more nutrient density. And there's a lot of really good benefits to these whole food sources.
The breakdown, just in like phytonutrients and your micronutrients, so your vitamins, your minerals, things like that are in whole foods, are going to be way higher than they would be with processed foods. Sorry.
So we want to not say, oh, well, you've been eating 1,000 calories, let's go to 1,800, because that's too big of a drastic shift for a lot of people. It also might be too big of a drastic shift for your body. You might see that weight fluctuate just minutely, but it might fluctuate. So most people are scared to see that weight fluctuation. So we do a slow refeed, or what we call a reverse diet, to really bring us back up to that maintenance level. And we hang out at maintenance calories for, I'm going to call it, a substantial period of time.
2 to 3 months.
Yeah, at least. I mean, like, let's be honest. A lot of people don't want to spend more than 2 to 3 weeks at maintenance because they want those weight loss results. But we need to spend some time there to convince ourselves, our body, our mind, everything, that we're okay, that we are not in this survival state anymore, and get those hunger cues back, fix our hormones, fix our metabolism, get our digestion working properly. I mean, like, there's so many things that go into this. So reverse dieting is really, really key. If you're following my journey currently and I'm a couple days out from competition, my first competition. I'm in a crazy calorie deficit right now. I get a nice refeed tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. But post competition, I'm not just going to go back to eating normal. I've done that before and I've gained 30 pounds in a month. Where you go back to eating normal and you begin to eat whatever you want to eat. And that doesn't really serve us. So we want to do that reverse diet to really bring us back up to where we should be.
I don't know what happened to mine.
That's okay.
My camera just died. Sorry, guys who are trying to watch on mine.
Anyways, so moving on, eat more food, lose more weight is kind of, I know it's an oxymoron, but I promise you, if you try that method, it will help to fix our metabolism and it will get your body working for you, not against you.
Within reason, as long as you have a general idea of what you're doing. I'm not telling everybody who's been eating 1,000 calories, again, to go out and start eating 2,000 calories and you're going to drop that weight. That's just not going to happen. So being smart about our calories, and again, like Kayla was saying, slowly raising those calories. If you're not doing it with a coach, with somebody who knows what they're doing, that's okay. You can figure this stuff out for yourself, but take the calories that you're at and slowly just start to bring those calories up. Maybe you're bringing them up by 100 calories, maybe you're bringing it up by 150 calories, whatever it is, but slowly bringing those calories up each week till the point where you are starting to notice that you are feeling hungry again, that you're not cold all the time, that your energy levels are coming back up. This is where our body finds that homeostasis. And then once we are there, we need to stay there, like Kayla was saying again. Because once we find homeostasis, our body needs to feel safe, so to speak. So if we just do it for a week and then we're like, oh, we're good now, we can just go back to eating nothing and we're going to lose all this weight, that's not the case, because it takes a while for our body to adapt to these changes that we're giving it. So again, we need to stay at those maintenance calories so that our body finds that homeostasis, so then we can bring those calories down and then we can get the success you're looking for.
If you want help looking or getting success with your reverse diet, with finding maintenance, all of those things, make sure you reach out to us. We are here to support you on this journey.
Talk to my diet guru lady. She's
and you can
awesome.
do this by portion sizes or macro counting. It doesn't matter which way we do it. We can make this happen. All right, moving on. Routine, the importance of routine, having difficulty with routine. So most of our days don't look the same every single day. Let's be honest, our days change. I mean, unless you work the same job Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you have the same work schedule.
Which is most people.
Well, not even nowadays. Since COVID, I feel like everybody's schedule has kind of shifted a little bit more. So you might have a morning routine that is roughly the same. You might have an evening routine that is roughly the same. And your daytime routine may be what varies because kids have activities after school or you have certain responsibilities during the day and so on and so forth. So I think where this one specific client was getting stuck really was around finding a quote unquote effective routine for their day, because we are really big on preaching routine. Our bodies are like habit
creatures
routine.
of habit.
Yes. So Mike, what are your top, I guess, recommendations for somebody that's struggling with routine?
Writing it out ahead of time. So if you want to set a routine in your life, a lot of it comes down to scheduling. And if you are not good at scheduling in general, I know I used to be terrible at scheduling. So figuring out exactly how much time you have during the day and then fitting tasks into the certain areas. So you can always schedule your meals. I mean, if you're a morning workout person, you can schedule your workout in the morning. But then again, like Kayla was saying, once you go to work, that kind of leaves the table, right? Like then we get busy. Then life explodes a little bit. So planning for what we can plan for, so things that we know, those concrete, like our kids play soccer right now. So we know Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 p.m. till 7:30 p.m., Dad's going to be at the soccer field. So then our routine switches a little bit, right? Because now I'm not at home to help get dishes done, to help get dinner ready, to deal with our transformation program clients in the nightly calls. So these are like things that we know are going to be happening because of our schedule. So now we have to switch our routine to match that schedule. So now we divide and conquer. So now I'm going to soccer. Kayla's looking after the home front. Again, it's to scheduling and figuring out how we can make all these pieces fit together.
So we look at time management when we think about scheduling. Like, think of your time kind of like money. How do you want to spend your money? How do you want to spend your time, right? I've made this analogy with calories before, but I think money is one of those things that a lot of people just resonate with and understand.
People love spending it.
Yeah, and I mean, we always say, "Oh, I never have enough time," but we also say that same thing about money. We never have enough. So it's kind of like this catch-all phrase. But think about your time. What do you want to spend your time doing? What do you enjoy spending your time doing? Are you spending more of your time doing tasks and things that you're not good at, that you don't enjoy? Or are you spending the majority of your time doing things that come naturally to you, that you truly enjoy, that you want to have in your life? So starting to create routines around that. So for me, my morning routine is really important. I get up at roughly the same time most days. I work out first thing in the morning. And I was saying to Mike yesterday, because right now I have to do cardio after my workout. I'm like, oh, I can't wait until I don't have to do cardio after my workout, because I just love to have a sauna. That's my morning routine that gets me out of bed in the morning, that makes me want to do it, right? Knowing what you truly enjoy in the morning is really, really important, so that you've created time for yourself, space for yourself, that you can set yourself up for that success. So my morning routine is really, really important to me. I'm okay getting up a little extra early. Took a couple weeks to get used to it, but I'm okay getting to that point so that I can enjoy myself and then show up as a better mom, a better spouse, a better coach, all of those things. So my morning routine sets me up for my daily success. My daily routine is scheduled in. I know when I have clients, I schedule those in. I schedule in other tasks and things. I also leave some room for if I want to go grab a coffee with a friend or those kinds of things.
Once a week.
Anyways, I leave some ambiguous room for other things that maybe I want to do. Yeah, ambiguous.
Like
There's not, it's not specific. And then also creating a nighttime routine. So I know that every day we stop work at this time, roughly.
9 p.m.
No, it's usually 8. But anyways, we don't work after 8 p.m.
Except last night when I finished work at 8:48.
Anyways, the point being, we don't normally finish work. We finish work around 8 p.m. or so that we can spend the evening after we put the kids to bed. That's really important to us. We put the kids to bed together, and we spend the evening together, connecting, talking, divulging our day, reading, meditating, watching trash TV. You name it, we probably do that in the evening. But that's really important part of our wind down time before we go to bed, and we go to bed at roughly the same time, so that we know that consistency, our body gets used to that, our circadian rhythm gets used to that, and we're able to optimize our body, our routine, and our lifestyle, because it all works within the cyclical unit.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. And I think to really get a good idea, looking at where you place your focus and your priorities can really help you kind of line up your day, line up your routine a little bit better. If it doesn't fall in line with what you are focusing on, with what your priorities are within that span of a couple months of your life, so that little goal span there, that's where we really start to get those results, is when we put that focus and prioritize ourselves. So
perfect. I love that. Prioritizing ourselves, the importance of that within our routine, because
so many people think it's a selfish act to look after yourself, and it is probably the least selfish thing you can do. When you look after yourself, there is more of you to give everybody else.
you feel more whole, less broken into pieces, we'll say, fragmented.
100%. Now, the last thing that I do want to mention about routines is when you are setting a new routine, it is going to be inconvenient. It is going to be hard. This is something that we talk about all the time, Kayla and I, because we're nerds. Change doesn't come without inconvenience. You can't just flip a switch and magically lose weight or magically gain muscle or
magically sleep better.
It is not a magic switch, right? So knowing that it's not magic, knowing that it's going to be inconvenient, that it will take effort to get the changes you are looking for, and then being consistent. As you are setting new routines, if you are not consistent with your routines, then your mind doesn't find it to be important. So then our mind loses interest in this new routine. The day that we start making excuses and saying, it's just today, I'll do that tomorrow, I'm just going to take it easy today. The minute we start making those excuses, our mind is already thinking of 10 other things that you could do with that time, whether it's surfing, social media, whatever it is. But things that are not related to that task or goal that you were trying to work towards. So again, consistency is your king here. You really do need to just work towards his goal. Action comes before motivation. This is another thing we always talk about, and it couldn't be more true. You're not going to be motivated at the start. You are not going to be wanting to get your ass out of bed at 5 a.m. to go do your workouts because it's hard, because it's inconvenient.
You're not going to want to do that through the whole process anyways.
But the point is if you stick with these routines with consistency and you just keep working towards it, you will eventually hit those stages where you do find that motivation, where you find the ability to push yourself that much harder. So keep with it. Motivation will come. Consistency brings that on. So stick with it, people.
Yeah, you'll find your groove because I mean, like even now, I can't even sleep in past like, what is it, like 6:30 on the weekend. I'm like, oh, it's time to get up. Anyways, okay, so moving on, weather and having a loaded schedule with workouts. So lots of people are talking about, oh, it's nice out. I kind of would rather do something outside, or it's crappy outside. I can't go for my walk, or my schedule is so busy with running the kids to dance competitions, to sporting things, yada, 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 you name it. How am I supposed to fit in my workouts? So the biggest thing that we always say is we need to be adaptable. What are you willing to do and what do you like to do? So maybe normally you have an expectation that you work out 45 minutes to an hour, and maybe now instead of 45 minutes to an hour, you are working out in 20-minute increments. 20 minutes is still better than nothing. At the end of the day, the workouts are going to get you the body composition changes, the strength gains, the maintaining of your bone density, all of these other things. The workouts are not giving you the weight loss. They are giving you the body recomposition and the strength change.
When we're talking about weight loss with workouts, it's like an ergogenic aid. It helps with it for sure because you're burning more calories, but it is not your key driving factor for weight loss. Sorry, I wanted to throw that out there.
100%. So how do we fit these in? Maybe you need to redefine what your workouts look like for you. Maybe you redefine what those days are. So most people are like, I'm going to call them weekday zealots, meaning we work out Monday to Friday and Saturdays and Sundays are our off days. Maybe you need to redefine that. Maybe instead of 5 days a week of workouts, it's 3 days a week of workouts, and 2 of those days are Saturdays and Sundays, and you take maybe a Wednesday, and then the rest of the days are off. So really trying to redefine what an optimal schedule looks like for you when the weather's not nice or when your schedule is super loaded. Redefining the amount of time that you're willing to spend on something, or looking at when do I have time? So most people are not like, hey, I love early morning workouts. That's not a thing. There's nobody on the face of this planet that's like, oh yeah, that's my jam. I love my morning. Like
there are.
But you find that groove over time. It's not something that you just like, yeah, 4:30 in the morning. Like it's you find a groove over time. So all I'm saying is that maybe your only time to work out is at 4:30 or 5 in the morning. If your goal is important enough to you, you will get up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning to do your workout. If your goal is less important to you, you will find excuses and you will find reasons to not do it. Oh, it's lightly raining outside. Oh, my shoes might get wet if I go out there. Like all of these other things.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing that I did just want to touch on really quickly about these workouts, a lot of people get it in their mind that they have to be in the gym. These have to be these gym workouts. I got to go squat, bench, deadlift, whatever it is. And there are certain things, 100%. If you are a strength athlete, if you are a bodybuilder, if you are going to be using those muscles for a very specific task, 100%, you need to be in the gym. Average person, movement. Find something you enjoy doing that challenges your body. If that means that instead of going for a walk, you're going for a jog. If that means instead of going for a walk, you go for a bike ride, right? Maybe you're going to go rock climbing. Maybe you're going to play a rec league of soccer, baseball, hockey, whatever it is. Finding movement that you enjoy that is more movement than you are doing now. It doesn't have to be this super complicated workout. I mean, it can be by all means, but it doesn't have to be because so many people get stuck on this ideology where if they're not in the gym for an hour every single day, 5 days a week, they will not see the body composition changes they want. And that isn't true.
One day off, it won't change it. Yeah.
Unless you are, again, a bodybuilder, power athlete, or somebody that requires their strength to be at a certain level. Outside of that, if you are doing it for health purposes, pick something that you enjoy that involves movement and work on it daily.
So the biggest takeaway from the This Week in Coaching this week is eat food, nourish your body. Don't forego all your Come on, people, let's eat above maintenance or at maintenance for a while. Routine, find a routine that works for you, your body, your schedule, your life, and that you enjoy.
And then stick to it. It's not going to be convenient to start.
And weather and loaded schedules and workouts, find what works for you. Redefine what your schedule looks like. Redefine what a workout means to what a workout means to you. Just find some form of movement that you enjoy, because one off day is not going to ruin all your progress. It's just the accumulation of off days and excuses over time. So start stopping making excuses. I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
Stop making
excuses.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to end this. Excuses and results. You only get one of them, right? So if you're constantly making excuses, you're not going to get the results you want. Likewise, if you keep working towards the results, guess what? Those excuses kind of wash away, right? So dedicate yourself to your practice, whatever that is. If it's just health, then dedicate yourself to being healthier, right? So starting to pick more whole food options, starting to move your body more, just looking for that general health and work towards it, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to work for you and your body.
If you guys want help with any of these things, whether it be finding a routine for yourself, helping figuring out your workout plan and program, helping you figure out your maintenance calories, or a reverse diet of any sort, make sure you reach out to us. We are here to support you on this journey. Have an amazing rest of your day.
If you guys have any other questions that you'd like answered on This Week in Coaching, make sure to comment them below today in the video. We will take a look and we will answer your questions next week. Have an awesome week, guys.
Bye, guys.